Got hospitalized for a bit. Yeah. Got that rhabdomyolysis. This is my final, hopefully it's my final meal here. Tomorrow I should be discharged. 1 second. Let's see this. As we can see here, I've all but lost the abs. They're all gone. Once we're out, we gotta go 4 weeks without training. And then after that, we lock it back in.
Just got off from work, so right now I look a little grimy right now, but we stopped outside of GNC. I have to wait a week till I can get back to training, and then I have to slowly ease myself into it. But we're outside of GNC. I'm probably gonna get some omega-3 and omega-6 supplements, and might get some creatine and some electrolytes. Or I'm gonna walk around in there and like realize my wallet doesn't want to have a heart attack, and then we'll just be back in the car, and then I made this whole trip for nothing, which is most likely what's gonna happen, but we'll see. Okay, so we actually spent our money. Didn't just walk in and walk out. We got ourselves, you know, we got to get some creatine. Ooh. And we got fish oil. We got fish oil. Bought fish oil salesman. Fish oil salesman. And then we got it's Saturday, September 27th, and I'm officially gonna be getting myself back in the gym. Just recovered from that rhabdo, so now I could walk normally again. And we're gonna start with some leg day so we can get stronger. And then probably try to mix in some MMA training, do it more healthy this time so I don't like break down and fucking die like I almost did last time. I'll start updating y'all on how like I got into MMA and like how my first fight went, and like kind of what I'm doing now so I can train in a more healthy way as opposed to what I used to. Because when I used to train, I used to just go all in. Like I'd have 5 days a week of MMA training, 5 days a week of weightlifting, and then you just don't see benefits when you do all that. Plus I was in a calorie deficit. I went from like, I think at the time when I started like hardcore training again, it was like I was 200 pounds and I went down to like 170. And the entire time I was just training 5 days a week, 2 sessions, and it's just not healthy. And so I'll explain how I put together my new training regimen and how I'm going to go about doing it more healthy this time around. Because I wanted to fight at like, honestly, I thought I was going to fight at bantamweight. I thought it was going to be a 135 thing where like, like professionally, like I thought professionally I'd fight at bantamweight. But I kind of just don't like cutting that much weight. So I fought at 170 my first amateur fight, and I'm thinking for my next one, it might also be at 170 or 155, depending on how my new training and my new diet will take me. But yeah, that's what I think I'm going to explain to y'all when I get back.
Bitch, you got something to say to me? Bitch, I'm a god, better pray to me. You mortals all look the same to me. Aim at me, bitch, I start laughing and spray the beam. Yo, I'm really finna black out. Feel like I'm Tony Soprano.
Yeah, we go.
Trash out, eyes on me, get flash out. Heading out, naps, throw hands till he pass out. Y'all throw stones from a glass house. Talking shit about these people, you can't be no equal. Beef with no man, I ain't scared about what he gon' do. So close to losing, they give me a reason to. He talking shit with his mans and now he into. We ain't about peace, we more into peace. And you make your debut, there won't be no season two.
That's right.
Got an adhesion to greatness. No matter the time, bitch, I am divine. You wanna box with the guy, bitch, hop in the line. You die, that's not a surprise. SS2 ain't stopping the rise. Catch 1-2 and you closing your eyes. Big black truck, we pop in the trunk. You gassed on 10, get stopped on a dime. Walking this shit, you get pressed.
If you want my head, come cut it off. Let's fight in the dark, no running off. All of these lines on my body remind me of all of the times I've been double crossed. Honestly, you can never reach the full potential.
The body you living in.
Arrived at our destination. We getting some Chipotle, and then we gonna go home. Then I'll let y'all know
Let's handle business, that's a war crime, and I'm a tycoon. So don't ever try to play me. Devil get the 45 just like all the 80. I've been shadow banned, the devil's not so bad when life is shady. Yeah, I've always been a problem, thanks for noticing it lately. I don't feel regret, I sold my soul, you can't repay me. Cause you've been the best, nothing ever hits the same. We've been through come ups, been through money, try to run up, come and see. I've been blood drunk, I feel lucky, and I'm not afraid to bleed. Yeah, time's up.
Just got home. Ugh. Figured I'd give y'all a little tour of the foodie. Oh, look at this. Ooh, little steak and rice. That's all I got from Chipotle because I'm picky. And I decided, why don't I give y'all a little tour of my bedroom while I'm at it. See, this is the couch. This is the couch. Then we got the Xbox. Then we got the monitor. Oh, this is a living room. Yeah, so right now I'm staying in the living room because I'm broke. But I'm looking for an apartment right now with my boy, and we're looking. I should be out of here in the next 2 months, I'd say. But yeah, so far my mom has been polite enough to allow me to stay on her couch. I'm pretty sure she's sick of me. But I got all my work clothes in that basket. This is my little closet. Yeah. Fire that closet. But anyone who pursues MMA knows you're probably going to be broke majority of the time anyway, so there's nothing new there. Let me set this up. Let me get down here. But I figured I'll let y'all in while I eat my food on the game plan, pretty much, for after I got out of the hospital and doing a little bit of recovery. I'm still not a fan of rice, really, but you know it's healthy, so. But so I got I'm recovering from rhabdomyolysis, or recovered, but pretty much I tried. This is just kind of a timeline of events. I had my amateur fight, and once I got out of my amateur fight, after I found out I had a staph infection, and I sprained my hand in my right wrist after my fight. Yeah. And you know, I'll probably put up a video like of the fight, how it went.
He lied! He's tapping it out! Look at that! Look at that! Wow!
Yeah, the guy I fought was he was a collegiate wrestler. I think it was Division II for Notre Dame. At least that's the information I looked up. So if he's watching this, he probably isn't. But if he is, then you know, you can correct me in the comments. I don't know. But yeah, he was a strong ass dude. He was like a little shorter than me. But so after your first fight, I mean, not even that, during your first fight, everyone's back there and everyone handles it differently. For me, I was just trying to enjoy the fight, you know? I didn't go into it with any expectations of being like, I'm gonna go in there, absolutely demolish the guy, you know? I'm destroying everyone. But no, that's not what I thought. I just thought, I'm gonna go out there, have some fun, and I did say I was gonna beat him, but I was not going to like steamroll the guy. I wasn't gonna just fucking destroy him. I wanted to establish my boxing, because I come from a boxing background a little bit. Like, by boxing background, I mean a few months of boxing, maybe a year at most, and then I switched over to doing MMA. And he didn't let me do that at all, because we stand across from each other. Yeah, we stood across from each other, and right as the bell rang, up in my face, I teep kick him, and then he's all over me the whole time. He was like, I'm gonna wrestle you. You are not gonna do anything you want to do. So he got a little highlight. I'm gonna put that highlight up right now.
Exactly. Like, if you're emotional, that was a good takedown, though.
That was beautiful,
Nice.
Slam. He said, here, let me show y'all something.
And after he managed to get me on my ass, he was controlling the fight for a second, and I managed to I call it a ghost escape. I don't know what anyone else would call it, but I call it a ghost escape. Pretty much,
Keep that post on the hip. Yeah.
you get under and you slide under just really fast. In my opinion, I think that's a ghost escape. And I got to the top, and he does this thing that a lot of wrestlers do, where they shell up because wrestlers are told not to be on their back. So he decided to shell up, that's where I think he lost the fight. If he didn't shell up, who knows? He probably could have stood back up, taken me back to the ground, maybe got top control and ground and pound and got the win. Probably not in that round, since we only had a few seconds left of that round. But he shelled up, and I just started raining ground and pound on top of him, and he didn't really do anything to address it. Besides, he tried to buck a few times. One of the times he bucked up, and I caught him on the chin. And then I proceeded to put him in a submission. I got him in a rear naked choke. In my opinion, it was one of the weakest rear naked chokes I've had, but it could just be one of those things where it's like, you can't, since the adrenaline's running through you, you always want to put more and more force down, but you just can't feel strong, you know? But he tapped to that, and I did a little much. My celebration was a bit much.
Real quick, Zayshawn, when you are able to predict fun things, but you know how to finish the fight and all.
After my fight, staph infection, then I tried meal prepping a bunch of food because I wanted to cut down to 155, and I was training all the time at the same time, and I was training a lot, and I was training really hard, but I wasn't giving myself enough food or wasn't drinking enough water, just was not doing enough of anything. And I meal prepped some bad food, and it gave me some really bad diarrhea, and it was bad diarrhea for like 2 weeks straight. Then I come back to train, and we do some crazy boxing training, boxing cardio, and it was really tough on my legs, and couldn't walk the next day, pretty much. But what I'm going to do now is take a more healthy approach, more of a casual approach to it. Still be serious about it, but be more casual about it. Like, just try to eat healthy. I'm not going to so hard track my calories. I'm just going to eat healthy, whatever my weight fluctuates to. I'm not going to allow myself to hit 180 at least. And I might fight at 170 for the majority of my amateur career. If I can fight at 155, I will. If it doesn't seem like I can in my amateurs, then I'm just not going to. But I also want to stop focusing so much on that record, that undefeated record that everyone wants to like have, because I feel like that makes you more cautious about even taking a fight. You're like, I need to be in the best possible shape. I need to be in the best possible form. I need to make sure there's nothing wrong outside of my life that's going to prevent me I need to be able to 100% dedicate my time to this, which is to win. You want to be able to dedicate all your time to that. But when you're an amateur, it doesn't matter. You just need to fight. And once you get good enough and maybe you have enough amateur fights, just go pro, and then you can be a bit more selective about the times you're going to fight. But for now, I think I want to take a more just get in there and enjoy it and have fun approach to fighting. So deciding to eat healthy, eat a plenty, because I wasn't eating a lot. I was eating 1,600 calories every single day and wasn't drinking enough water, and then it put me in the hospital, and it put me back a lot. So I structured a new training regimen of 3 days lifting and I think 4 or 5 days of like jiu-jitsu and like MMA training, but I structured it in a way to where it's not super intensive completely, like just more about learning. And then let's say if I got a fight camp, then I can worry about peak performances, getting my cardio up, all that type of shit. But while I'm not in camp, get stronger and learn. That is all I'm going to focus on, is getting stronger and learning. My physical fitness it's still going to be there, because I'm still going to be sparring, I'm still going to be doing practice, but it's not going to be my focus. My like conditioning is not going to be my focus. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with that. But Coke Zero, treat yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna watch probably some Greg Doucette or some shit. But yeah, that's my plan, and this is gonna be my vlog for today.